Well, crap. I hate this. I forgot that they were doing this road work. This is not pleasant. But, folks, your friendly neighborhood Bible skeptic has indeed going to make a comeback. I know I've been gone about a year, but it's been a hell of a year, if I can say so. Kind of get you up to date, kind of let you know what's going on. So last year, when I kind of suddenly disappeared, what had happened was the company I had worked for 20 years continued to downsize, and in all honesty, I thought I had, they'd been doing layoffs sometimes up to twice a year. And I was surprised I had stayed as long as I did. Given the nature of the work that I was doing, I knew it wasn't going to last long, but it lasted a lot longer than, I lasted a lot longer than I thought I would by several years. But eventually it did catch up, and I think when it happened that day, I think there were 14 others in my department that got laid off, and then there were a couple hundred more worldwide that got laid off. So I landed on my feet. I got a job the very next day, but it was a rather difficult job, a lot different than what I'd been doing. And I think, as I had noted to you guys, it was taking me away from being able to make any videos or anything. I mean, it was a demanding job, and I stayed there for about 9 months, 10 months, something like that. I can't remember now. Until I was able to land another job similar to the one that I had had for the 20 years. Not exactly, but, at least somewhat in the same vein. But I took drastic pay cuts. You worked for a company for 20 years, and you get up there a bit, and then I had to kind of start over again. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to make YouTube videos and, work on my hobby. And that's why I've been gone for so long. But the new job allows me a little bit of time in the evenings now to work on the videos. And so I started again on Bob Duco, episode 38. And so I'm working on that right now. And I'll get that up here. It's a lot harder now to predict when the videos are going to be done, because at the same time that I lost my job last year, we had just bought a new house. So you can imagine the financial strain I've been going through, the time strain I've been going through, just huge life changes at a time in my life when I really shouldn't be having all these kind of changes. But nonetheless, you roll with the punches. You just deal with it. But one of the reasons I'm making this video is not only to let you guys know that that I'm back and I want to continue to work on the Bible skeptic stuff, but also to let you know that I don't know where everybody is. It's been a year. I don't know if how many viewers I've got left and how many people have stuck around or are interested in my videos anymore. And God, this is going to come out sounding like a threat. I don't mean it as a threat. But if I don't see a lot of views on the videos, yeah, I probably won't do much. It's just not worth my time. I'll, do it if I kind of feel like it. But you guys got to understand, a large part of the reason I do the videos is it's for you. I really, really enjoy the feedback. I love reading how my stuff helps people, and I've been keeping up with the what's the word I'm thinking of, the comments throughout the year that come through to me, and reading those and responding to a few of them. But those things really charge me up, and things mean a lot to me, especially this last year when it's been so, personally rough. To get words of encouragement and all that kind of stuff, and it's just real helpful. And so if my videos, if my time spent really aren't, helping other people, excuse me, if they're not really helping other people, then, it takes a huge gust of wind out of my sails. It's what keeps me moving. And I've looked around at some of my fellow YouTubers that I followed over the years, and I've seen their numbers dwindling. So I don't know if the topic of biblical fundamentalism and creationism and all that kind of stuff, I guess it's just kind of lost its popularity, maybe. But I just hope you guys are still out there. That's all. I've really missed you, and I hope that my return will be a joyous occasion for all of us, and that I can reconnect with you guys. But another thing I wanted to add, and that was those of you who have supported me via Patreon, you have no idea what that meant to me. Again, validation of what I'm doing, that it was so important that you were even able to part with your own hard-earned cash to help support me, regardless of when a video might come out. And given my present circumstances, I'm not destitute by any means, and but like I said, I took quite a hit at a time when financially, at a time when I really couldn't take that hit. I'm getting older, and buying a new house, and I got a kid getting ready to hit college, and it's just not a financially secure time yet. So if everyone watching the video could go to Patreon and donate $1 for the videos that I put out. I mean, again, you'll notice that I don't put that many out, but that would be absolutely significant to me at this time. I hope I don't sound like I'm begging, but in some ways, I guess I am. I need help. And, the videos are one way for me to try and compensate for the loss of income that I got when I was, again, laid off after 20 years of work. I guess it's the world we live in. I remember getting that job. I remember my dad, who, I guess you guys know he passed away several years ago, but my dad telling me he was so happy that I'd gotten that job because, it was in a big corporation. And he's like, "Oh, you're set. You didn't have to worry about me anymore, and it was going to be okay, and family was going to be all right." And little did he know, although I know towards the end of his life he was getting pretty pissed off at my company because, again, they were doing lots of layoffs, and they continue to do layoffs as the industry that I was in changes. And the nature of work that I did just is no longer required. Everything's either moving to India or it's automated. And frankly, the technology's changing where you just don't need people as much any longer. Things are more software oriented, not hardware, and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, he thought, yeah, you got in a corporation, that's great. You'll get your gold watch. You'll retire with benefits, you know, the whole bit. And none of that's going to happen. The world's different. And so I'm back at, I'm back starting at square one again, more or less. Now, the new job I've got, I love it. I really love my job. And I'm falling into a role very similar to the role that I had at my other job. I guess when you find yourself doing something well, kind of just continue to do it, even though I wasn't hired to do it. But I guess they saw my talent for doing one thing, and they've kind of moved me over into that department. So that's what I'm doing now. But I mean, it pays a fraction. It pays about half of what I was making at my other job. So I'm getting the bills paid, but that's about it. And so I could use some help, guys. So if you're out there and if in any way you can help me out, I sure would appreciate it. Obviously, I'm not going to sit there and soak you with, like I've never done, soak you with video after video after video and charge everybody for ridiculously short, content that doesn't at least worth $1. So if you're out there and you've been supporting me and you've seen this video and you want to continue to support me, God, you have no idea what that means to me. I really appreciate it. I love you to death. And if you're a new subscriber, if you're a new viewer, and if you can find it in any way possible to head over to Patreon and donate $1, oh my gosh, you just have no idea. You have absolutely no idea how much that's going to mean to me and how helpful that's going to be. It not only just helps me personally, but it validates the work that I do and motivates me to continue to produce the content for you if you find it at all valuable. Now, if you think it's crap, you think it's garbage, and you think I owe you $1, I get it. That's okay. But yeah, if you guys could spare $1, I sure would appreciate it. I will continue to work for you and bring you the best Bible skeptic content I can possibly bring you. I know I said I was also going to start doing more of these motovlog type videos, and frankly, I just I come out here and I ride. I can't think of a damn thing to talk about. I mean, that's of any interest. I mean, I can't imagine why anybody would want to sit here and listen to me, listen to my just stream of consciousness and just string things together that, probably aren't interesting to anybody but me. But that's why I didn't put anything up as I have been commuting the last, year. Although I wasn't on the bike when it was snowing. And good God, did it snow like crazy in Colorado this year. In fact, right now it's, June 18th, something like that. And it's not even that warm out. Warm enough to be on the bike. By damn, I'll get on the bike. But yeah, I didn't have any much opportunity to be on the motorcycle anyway till the last couple of weeks. Rain every afternoon, so I couldn't afford getting caught in it on the way home. But I don't know if you guys want to see me doing this kind of stuff too. Now these kind of videos I would never ever put on to Patreon. I'd never charge anybody to sit here and listen to me talk while I'm riding a motorcycle. To me that's just ridiculous. But if it's something you guys like, something you guys want to watch, if you want to hear me chat, talk about something, hell, if you send me a topic to talk about, I'd be happy to talk about it. Obviously, these aren't going to be scripted. They're not going to be researched. It's just whatever I happen to think. So if you want to know what I think about today's music, I'll tell you, sucks. There you go. If you want to hear me talk about just some kind of topic in the news or something like that, you say, hey, Skeptic, did you talk about such and such on one of your rides? That'd be fun. I'd like to do that. But anyway, you're kind of getting a view of my commute in. Not like that would change all that much. I got a couple of ways I can go into work, so maybe I'll change it up for you so you see some different scenery. But anyway, long-winded way of telling you I'm coming back. I already started work on episode 38. If I put about an hour or so in, hour or two in a day at night when I get home, in between painting my daughter's room and doing some other stuff around the house that we did, like I said, we just moved into. Got my brother coming out to help me lay tile in a bathroom. And then I also have a second job that I actually work on the weekend. So I'm not even around. I don't have any days off. So I work 5 days a week at my main job, and then I have a part-time job that I have on the weekends. So I'm gone then too. So it's not like I have a whole lot of time, but I do want to devote, an hour or two every night to working on the videos. Again, in between painting rooms in the house, laying tile and all that stuff. But that's my plan. So anyway, good. It feels good to be back. Hopefully, I gotta watch this guy. Hopefully the videos will come out, relatively quickly, but I doubt it. I'm thinking every couple months, maybe. Because what I used to do in my old job is, because I worked from home, I was able to bring my phone with me, which was basically my portable office, and I would take myself down to the seminary library and do my research, even though I was at work, because I could always, do whatever I needed to do from the phone, and then if I had to, I could just take off and make it back to the office, or my office, which was a room in my basement. But I can't do that anymore. So for me to be able to do research on these videos now, what I'll have to do is I will have to, go after work and head to the library then, do my research, and then go home and whatnot. So, my time is going to be somewhat, it's going to be quite a bit more restricted than it used to be. So that will prevent me from being able to throw the videos out as quickly as I would like them to go out. But just so you guys keep you guys in the loop of what I'm doing and why it's taking as long as it takes or whatever. But yeah, anyway, that's the plan, guys. And I will be seeing you again very shortly is my plan. So let's take it easy. Look forward to throwing up some videos and reading comments again and just touching base with everybody. I absolutely missed you guys. See you soon.